All right, hello CSC members. So we have already completed our workout for today, so it's really important to get our heart rate back down and cool our body down. So let's go ahead and get into our cool down movements for today. Just a combination of some gentle stretching and static stretching. So let's go ahead and do some deep breaths here. So again, inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. Go ahead and do a few deep breaths just to get control of our breathing again and get that heart rate down. Let's do one more. I'm going to widen my stance here a bit. And another inhale, deep breath in, and then exhale on the way down. So let's do this next one, inhaling on the way up. And kind of wrap your arms around you and really feel that stretch. Reach up to the ceiling as much as you can, pulling on those elbows. Let's inhale and then exhale on the way down. Go ahead and bend down forward as far as you can. If you're able to touch the floor, that's great. I am not that flexible, so I'm just going to bend down. Bend more of your hips and bring that butt back almost. I want you to feel it stretching your hamstring or the back of your thighs here. Let's go ahead and hold this stretch. You can leave your arms down, dangling down here. You can kind of do that Michael Phelps action as well. If you're able to touch the ground, that's great. If you can reach back through your legs, kind of back towards your heels, if you're able to. Go ahead and keep the same stance, but come back up with your head and chest. And let's go ahead and shift our weight to one side. And that way you can feel it stretching on the inside of your leg here. If you're in the chair, look very similar, just being on the edge of your chair, wide stance. You can bend forward and feel it stretching behind here. And then you can kind of open up one leg out more and then bend your body this way a little bit to feel it pulling on the inside of your leg. Continue to focus on your deep breathing as we do our stretching here. Go ahead and switch to the other side. I'm going to shift my weight the opposite way and feel it stretching on the inside of this thigh. It's really important to stretch out our muscles after using them throughout a workout. Let's go ahead and come back up. We're going to get into some arm stretches here, so go ahead and do some shoulder rolls. I'm going to reach my one arm across my body, use my other one at the elbow, or you can hold your arm / shoulder up here to feel it stretching your shoulder and back. While you're doing this movement, you can do some gentle wrist movement to kind of stretch out your wrists. You can do rotations, or you can bend it forward and backwards. So that will hold us a little bit longer. And relax and come out of it. Shake those arms out if you need to. I'm going to reach across with my other arm and then use my other arm to hold it in front. Again, feel free to do those wrist rotations, bending it forward and backward. Stretching out the shoulder and back muscles here. Go ahead and come up out of it. Do some wrist stretching that you can do, bending that wrist back like this. And it's good to hold, I was holding my fingers, but you almost want to hold the palm of your hand. Hold that stretch and flip it to the other side. Bring that wrist forward and again hold on the back of your palm here. Should feel that stretching all the way up into those muscles like in your forearm. Do the other wrist here. Don't forget to grab that palm. Continue to do your deep breath work throughout all of these. Getting control of your breathing after you finish the workout. All right, and relax, move those wrists out if you need to. We're gonna stretch out our tricep muscle, so I'm gonna bring my arm behind my head. My hand is kind of reaching down the middle of my back, and I'm gonna use the other arm and hand to push down that, apply some pressure on that elbow. And pulling it in towards me, towards my head, so it looks like from behind, reaching down. You should feel it stretching that tricep muscle. Try to relax your head and neck as much as you can. We're kind of in this like slouched over position here. So it can create a little bit more tension in your neck. So just try to relax your head and neck as much as you can. I'm going to relax, come out of that and do the other arm. So again, that hand is reaching down the middle of my back. The other hand is grabbing on the elbow and pulling it towards me. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to feel this stretch. We'll hold this a little bit longer. And come up out of that. Shake those arms out. We're going to go ahead and stretch our quad here. So we're going to be balancing on one leg. If you need to hold onto the chair or a wall, please do so. I'm going to hold onto the chair here. I'm going to grab the ankle of one of my legs. You can grab the shoe, the yoga pants or sweatpants that you're grabbing onto. You should feel it pulling on your quad muscles here. You want to make sure everything is in line. Your knee, your hip, and your shoulder are all stacked on top of one another. Not like this or too far back. Should feel it pulling the hip flexors and quad muscles in the front. Let's go ahead and switch to the other leg now. If you're in the chair, this will look like this. If I'm stretching this right leg out, I'd be seated on the left side of my leg, on my left leg, and this other leg is going to be kicking straight back, almost like a 90-degree angle down here. If you can't feel it, kick it back a little bit more and then lean back and you can feel it pulling and stretching on those hip flexors and quad muscles right there. And then for the other leg, you would just sit on this right leg here, kicking that left leg straight back. You can feel it stretching here. Hold it a few more seconds here, and then we'll get into our other stretches. So come up out of the quad stretch. We're going to stretch out our chest cavity here. So let's go ahead, kind of do that L motion here, opening up our chest cavity, stretching out the pec muscles, bringing those shoulder blades back, tension together here. Hold this stretch if you're able to. If it's a little bit uncomfortable, we can try coming down here, connecting those hands behind, and then bringing them up as far as you can to open up the chest cavity here. If you're able to do that. Do some gentle neck rolls here. Come up out of that stretch. Rotate your neck around. And then tilt your neck to one side and apply a little bit of pressure on top. And you should feel it stretching throughout here. We hold a lot of tension in our upper traps that go up into our neck and head too. Just let go of any tension that you have and really feel this stretch. Do some of your deep breaths here. Good. Come up out of it, rotate that neck around if you need to. Go ahead and tilt it to the other side and gently apply pressure on top of your head here and feel it stretching on this side. Again, let go of any tension that you have in your neck. Doing your deep breath work here. Come up out of that. Do some neck rolls if you need to and gentle shoulder rolls. We're going to do one last stretch to stretch out our lats and the side of our body here. So I'm going to intertwine my hands here. I'm going to reach, point palms to the sky, reach up as far as I can. Kind of have a little bit wider stance here. And then bend over side to side. You can hold this position here, or you can rotate side to side and feel it stretching all alongside your body here. And then if you're seated, this would just look similar in the seated position. So a few more side to side stretching. Come back to the center, do one last deep breath, inhaling through the nose, and then exhaling throughout the mouth on the way down. Good, thank you all for joining today. You can use this cool down movements for any exercise that you do throughout your day, so have a good one.